Hello everybody, how y'all doing? Call me crazy, but I've upped the bitrate of this stream from 500 to 600. Apparently the bitrate currently is 7 to 800, so we're still under what I think I can put out, but I'm scared because I have had it like 300 and still not been able to do anything. So yeah, we're all here, and we're going to continue working on some custom terrain conversion today. I am uploading these to YouTube later, so you should be able to watch them back later, or if you missed yesterday, go look at that when I release it. I'll probably release it tomorrow. Tom Helduff had this tab open in the background and got my voice out of nowhere. Yes, yeah, I do sneak up on people a lot. Foxy boxes. Wrong map. What am I doing? We're not doing Foxy boxes today. It's just my automatic thing I click. Custom terrain 1.9 spread. This is where we were working, I believe. Looks pretty good. So yesterday we converted all of this into that. It's pretty good, I think. 1 second. Okay, so, where did we get to last time? We were trying to work out where a certain kill command was. We don't need it, I was just curious where it was. And we started moving all of these variables across to here. So this is the initialization stuff. There's a lot of numbers here. So a lot of this is just kind of going to be copying this across like so, because they're all just numbers that are used by the coordinate getter. Phantom LX asks, why am I using a falling sand redstone? Larry says, because they are the best clocks. Yeah, I kind of prefer hopper clocks personally, but have I just done that one? Yeah. But I find that hopper clocks in 1.9, even in the spawn chunks, sometimes freeze up. There's no good reason for this, as far as I'm aware. They just occasionally freeze, which is what I'd expect from a hopper clock in not in the spawn chunks, but for some reason in 1.9 they do. So these clocks here are pretty neat, pretty compact. You can actually put a block. Well, I can't, but you can. You can put a block up here or here, and it doesn't actually change the bounce time, which is kind of nice. It looks weird, but it doesn't change the pulse time at all, which is great. So yeah, there is that. Where did I get to? 128. You know, Bedrock is probably a terrible texture for the bit rate of this area. I bet if I look straight down, the bitrate goes up like goes down like crazy compared to if I look straight up. 700, 900. Okay, well maybe I don't know anything about bit rates at all. So right now, all of these are numbers. These are basically fake users, and then the user is named the number, and then we set the value of that user to that number. So we're basically creating numbers as variables. 131. 34. It's difficult to talk and do this at the same time. Is there a space at the end here? It's weird. I guess it ignores it. 131, 134. And this is a copy as well, so the actual thing is over there, but I'm moving it here so we can deal with it as we go. This is for custom terrain, yes. So we're converting it from 1.8 to 1.9 right now. It's a slightly monotonous but slightly innovative task right now, kind of moving a lot of stuff just directly over, which isn't particularly interesting to watch, but all part of the process. And And I get to hang out with you guys a little bit while I do it, which makes it more interesting for me. You guys need to watch me and tell me if I paste the same thing twice or if I miss a command. 256. Did I do that one? No. Okay. I should decide whether I break it after I copy it or break it after I paste it. This way is easier to remember what you've done, but more dangerous if you forget or if you like lose the paste. So there is that. So we've got all of these. We'll be able to quill this later, but for now we'll just put them in a straight line and we can quill them later on when we know that we need them all. I don't know how many of these numbers there are. I might call them around just... No, I'll keep them straight. So they've got numbers there, and there, and there. Do they continue over here? They might continue over here. They do. There's a lot of numbers. Up to here. Yes, we've got a few left, not too many. And then we've got to look at the next bit of the code for this, I think. So how you guys doing? There's a space after this one as well. They all got spaces on the end. Yeah, they do. I just haven't been noticing it. It's weird. I wonder why that is. Conversion to 1.9? Or just left there for some reason? They're everywhere. I just occasionally noticed them. Thank you for following us on Beam, Dordia. And Ethan Ray, welcome to the stream. That was not a space. There's a space here, though. And here. Wow, I can't believe I missed all of these. I'm doing like little aerobatics with my hands right now. Between mouse and keyboard. Goodness gracious, pretty much all of them had a space. Alright, we'll keep an eye out for that then. So last one we did there was 4. Which is this one here. Rather than flying back and forth, I'm going to start a new line here and we'll clone it over there when we're done. Seems sensible to me. Mizulu, welcome to the stream. Thank you for following. Ethan Ray says, what's wrong with the space at the end? Nothing, essentially, but it doesn't have to be there, so I may as well remove it because it's just adding an extra character to all of these command blocks. What did I just do? 52. 52. 53. 64. Nearly done. Very easy to forget about the spaces. 64, 64. This one here. Do 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 do. And people wonder why it takes so long to convert them to 1.9. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, sorry Muzulu, you can't turn up the quality. Unfortunately my internet sucks and I'm unable to stream in a higher bitrate consistently. Right, so here's the fun thing. If we missed any of those numbers, this whole thing isn't going to work. What is that? What is with that swinging noise? What am I swinging at? So weird. Let's put these over here. There it goes again. Alright. So, what's up next? Setting B. Oh, that swoosh is when somebody says that accidental games. Okay. Great, well I know what's going to happen now. I can probably turn that off at some point. Okay, so it's setting B to 7, setting I to 3600. I have no idea why these values are these values. B, I, because this is part of the system that I didn't make. O, pos, pos X, pos Y, pos Z, R1, R2, X, Y, Z. Yeah, thank you, Ethan Ray. Chunk process north. We don't need this one anymore. We may need that one. East we don't need. South we don't need. West we don't need. This one is a number. So I guess we'll stick it on the end here. Oops. Oh yeah, we're over here. What else do we have? Is snowy. Ah, this is used by the terrain changing, and I think technically that should become part of the terrain system. Chunk effect is also part of the custom terrain system. Is mesa and chunk age. Chunk age we don't need anymore. We got rid of that, I think. I think that was this system over here. Yeah, it is, which we got rid of. So get rid of that. So we've got a couple more random variables here, and we're not entirely sure what they do. They're very helpfully named. So yeah. I think technically at this point our spreading system probably works. This system down here. I'm going to give them a duration of 50, which is 2.5 seconds. And we're going to watch them and see what happens, I guess. I'm going to make a backup of the world, and then we're going to summon a chunk scan armor stand. I think technically, actually, yeah, before we summon them, we want to avoid it duplicating, because what it's going to do is it's going to start here, and it's going to summon one here and here and here and here and here, and then each of these are going to go like this, and then there's going to be like 4 in the middle here, and then all 4 of those are going to summon 4 each. So it's going to duplicate itself. So we need to stick this on the end. To hopefully eradicate them. Name equals GM4 CS, I think it was. Yeah. GM4 CS, global players tag at E, C equals 1, C equals -1, R equals 1, at GM4 no kill. And then this one over here. And that should cut it down to 1 before the next iteration of this clock. Kill at E, type equals area, effect cloud. We'll change that to name equals GM4 CS. Settings, personal, enable notification sounds off. Save. There we go. What else is going on? Hi Janice, welcome back. And Swinksy, no, C isn't broken, C has changed, which is why we had to redo the killing system anyway for 1.9. But I'm going to make a backup of this world quickly, and then we're going to summon an armor stand and see what happens. No, I don't get wishes anymore. It looks like it worked. Okay. Backups. What did I call that world? Custom terrain 1.9 spread. Saves. Okay, so we have a backup. Oops. Hello, Duck. Welcome to the stream. So, if we summon an armor stand, we should see an expanding wave of barrier blocks replacing the bedrock down here. I think I'm just going to have a... I may as well do this on a chunk corner, just to be consistent. 765 4 3 2 1 0. Okay, so we're at 192 minus 239. I need to check if both of those are divisible by 32 exactly. So I need to do... Come on, calculator, load! 192... how do I use this calculator? Where's mod? Mod 32. It does. Okay, that's good. And minus 239 mod 32 is not. So we need to go 16 this way. Minus 223. I'm actually very worried about the negative coordinate here. Negative coordinates really mess this up. Just double check that. Minus 223 mod 32. Is minus 31. Okay, right. Hang on a second. Negative 223, mod 32, negative 31. This is the stupid negative coordinate thing. I'm going to go move to some positive coordinates, which is this way. It does solve it, but for now I'm not sure it's actually fixed. So, what are people saying? Related to something you were doing a while ago, but took me some time to create an account. When creating objectives, give them names so you know what they mean. Give the objective a name. It's a good idea. So we're in positive coordinates here. I guess I've forgotten the X we were on before. I should stop closing the calculator. And yes, Miss Ilu, I know you have to add one if it's negative, but we don't have that system in place yet, so... 192 mod 32, that's good, and... 160. Okay, good. So this is a valid chunk corner. So this is where we'll summon our armor stand. Area effect cloud. Area effect cloud. -2. And I guess we should just go get the codes to make sure it's exactly the same. Is this where we came from? I want to say it is. No, it's opposite direction. It's over this way. There it is. I might actually MC edit this over closer to the positive coordinates. I think I will, because this is going to be a pain to fly between the 2 points. So I'm just going to grab this. Head back over. My internet is doing really well today. Hasn't dropped any frames yet. Alright. Stuff's about to go down. Area effect cloud -2. -2. Custom name GM4CS. Duration 50. Okay, here we go. Fingers crossed. Spreading works. It did one chunk and then it was gone. I guess we have some debugging to do, but I'm going to go move all of that over to here first with MC Edit because that's a long way to fly back and forth to debug. The stream broke. Don't think so. I'm still streaming. Yeah, the stream's fine for me as well. Open. Custom terrain, spread. Just putting a selection box around all of these command blocks and moving them a second. Cut. Flying over to our current location. Paste. And I'm also going to get rid of that barrier and put bedrock back while I'm here. Great. Back to Minecraft. So our redstone's up here now. So why wasn't that spreading? None of these ever triggered. It's weird. This one did. Execute at them. Gene4CS detect bedrock. Fill barrier. This one ran. I guess it's run again and it's cleared its output because it failed this time. That's annoying. Detect cobblestone. Oh, cobblestone. Barrier. That might be it. Detect bedrock, summon area effect cloud, blah, 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 blah. That's probably 4 of those with cobblestone instead of barrier then. Barrier. Oh, did I type that right? I did. This one here. And that should be it. Let's try again, I guess. make another backup first. I have way too many worlds. I need to go through and work out which ones I need to keep and which ones I can delete. Send to compressed zip. Okay. And back in. Back into the fray. Hi Siberian Hat. Hi 99s, welcome to the stream. Spread test 2. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. In every direction except negative X. West. It looks like there's nothing there now. So the question is, if we now go into Gamemode 3 and rush over there and catch up with the train, I believe it will have just stopped. It won't continue to spread. Yeah, because it's reached the edge of the chunk and it's killed the armor stand. I replaced bedrock instead of cobble in the second to last one. Ah, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was about to go look at. Where were we? Where's our stuff? Here it is. It's so easy to get lost. They're so featureless, these planes. That was pretty good, though. We just need to try that one more time and get the opposite direction as well. So I think I just... the second to last one. So that's this one. Bedrock. Yeah. Sharp eyes, my faithful stream viewers. Thank you. And it is slow because it's on a slow timer. Yeah, we can speed that up, but I don't want to overtax anything for now. It's a lot easier to see what's going on if it's running slowly. Detect barrier. Right? Yeah. So if we push this button again, and we put some bedrock here. Oh my god! Was that armor... I'm not sure why that armor stand was still there. Okay, we're sitting in a featureless plane now. Whoa, okay. We head over here. This is still going, I think. Right, we're heading towards the sun. And it seems to be running as we go. Okay, that's interesting. Very, very promising. I don't think it's leaving any entities behind. We have 4 entities loaded. It's very promising. I'm just going to MC edit through and delete and put all the bedrock back a second. Yeah, the beam streams, you get sparks for watching something called sparks points for watching streams. Dr. Gina is saying, you know, it's great. It's the fact we get to watch sparks streaming and get sparks for it. Right, let me get rid of all these barriers again. Find the corners. It's actually, I'm looking at it now, it does leave area effect clouds in the corners of the chunks when it reaches the edge in some places. I'm going to have to watch out for that not being an issue later. And we'll have to kind of look out for those. I think they should kill themselves anyway, just based on the way it works. But these little seed ones means that it's going to redo the edges later. Ugh, no way, my selection broke. That's annoying. This is a very big area that it covered. Can't select the face I want to. Okay, whatever. I'll just leave a thin strip of barrier there. It doesn't matter too much. Fill, bedrock, yep. Save. The reason we're doing barriers is because they can't be broken, just like bedrock, which is good. But Ethan thinks that they would make lag because it's a bigger area to render. I'm not quite sure what you mean there. Do we have two? I think we have two falling sand here. I have never seen that happen before. How weird. Also, it looks like the spreading restarted when I joined, because it's cleared out all the bedrock again. If we approach this bedrock over here, it has stopped. But over in this direction, it's still going. Okay, interesting. Is it leaving any arm stands on the edges here? I don't see any. We do have the hitboxes around the entities. So I guess it's kind of clearing them up, but it might be directional based. I think that might be what it is. Janice, you get a lot of freezing if you fill blocks over the void, because all of the blocks between the point that you have filled and the base need light updates, but this is the lowest point in the world already. So there are no light updates to perform. Plus this will be underground. I don't think barriers will be a problem. Oh, the clock stopped. What? Oops. What is this? There are two again. I have never seen this happen. Hi Polyboy, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for submitting your map for Foxy Boxes earlier. Yeah, we're consistently getting two. I don't understand why. Or how. What sort of output is that printing? Well, it's pulsing at a regular, steady rate though. So it's probably okay. Maybe it's just a visual thing? I'm not really sure. We can make it run a little bit faster though. So that's pulsing a little bit quicker now. Oh, that's such a jarring, flickery view. I hate it. Can I put a block on top of it just to mute it a little bit? But I can't place that. Yeah, hang on. That is no better. It really isn't. Out of sight, out of mind. See ya. This is not how we'll be releasing the module, but it's a little bit neater anyway. There are definitely two. Look at that. It's so weird. I've never seen that happen before. Try summoning the falling sand a little lower. Says Siberian Hat. We're still getting two. But that has helped it with the glitching. Okay. There's definitely no armor stand being left here, right? Say at E. Okay, we have a lot somewhere. I'm going to turn this system off. We're going to work out where these things are, because we don't want them just hanging around like this. It's really bad. Hey, I told you to stop. Here we go. TP sparks at R. Type equals so this one here is just chilling. I can't even see him. Where is he? hiding in the bedrock. I think these are left over from when the system stopped, and they're basically... I filled this with bedrock earlier, so it's not... We don't want that many of them just idly hanging around. Why can't I see them? Are they not visible at that height? Oh, I'm... You know, that's... What? I know what's... Say at E, R equals 10. Yeah, because they have a duration. They're supposed to despawn after a certain age. How many of them are there now, I wonder? Yeah, they're all gone now. If I go back to the center here... This is so weird. Oh yeah, I did this yesterday as well, using the Foxy Boxes resource pack. Ooh, ah. There it is. Lazy chunks messing up area effect clouds. So the area effect clouds are loaded when they reach the edge of the world, but they are not killed. I had a bug with 1.8 custom terrain where armor stands that were killed in lazy chunks died, but they left behind their score in the scoreboard. You know, normally when an entity's killed, its score is removed from the scoreboard. Lazy chunks are horrible. I really don't like them. We're going to go and do this again somewhere far away. And we're going to see if the same thing happens over here when we have no spawn chunks, so things may behave a little differently. Let's try it. I turned the clock off. Let's turn the clock back on, and then when we head over there, it'll probably start running. There is no back. Okay, so the area effect cloud despawned. Is it despawning too quickly? Is the clock stopped? Still going. Execute. Detect barrier. So this is somehow, for some reason, not working. Execute at E, name equals GM4, CS, detect bedrock, fill barrier. I don't understand what is wrong with that command. GM4 CS. Oh, yeah, Moonman's right. This is not the spawn chunk, so it unloads when I leave. Game rule set. Set world spawn. So now it should work. Look at it go. It appears to work really quickly in this scenario because there's no terrain to handle at all. Let's do a Sayadi again and see what we get. Yeah, we've got them all idle again. We've got like hundreds of them. Our entity count right now is 0. So they're not loaded by the player, but they are loaded by the world. Still there. That's way more than we would want. Look at them. Now if we choose a direction and fly in it, do they die when we get close? No, they keep scanning the chunks ahead of us. Oh, we had 800 entities for a moment there. Maybe we do have to do some sort of check to see whether their fill failed, and if it fails, we have 55 entities, 37, 55, 37, so it seems to be continuing to spread in this direction as well. So maybe we have to do some sort of execute detect on them. I wonder whether execute detect works on them if they're in lazy chunks. What about this direction? Does it keep spreading? 64 entities. 46. 28. 46. 37. Yeah, just... I think my old system would kill them when they reached the edge, and then the loading would continue once you near the edge of the loaded chunks. So I guess we're gonna have to set up some system that does that after all. Some sort of possibly just a quick kill command. So if after everything has been executed they are in bedrock, they die, we'll have to check how that behaves. Okay. So this gets rid of the bedrock at their feet. Wow, can you feel the lag? This is a single player world. It's taking the command blocks a little while to load sometimes. Siberian Hat says he has a one-click install for the /mac command. Does it work in unloaded chunks? Okay, so if this fails, actually, at this point, all armor stands called GM4CS should have bedrock at them. If I move everything from here on across one, Siberian's just sending me his back command. Be interested to play with that actually. So move it here, and then here we do a execute ADI name equals GM4CS detect bedrock 0 kill ADI C equals 1. Right, I'm gonna have to get rid of all of this barrier now and try this again. Let me think. I'm going to replace all of this with regular blocks again. Whatever it's called. Obsidian? Just looking at some of the entities here. Filter, fill, replace bedrock. There's a little patch of entities here. I'm just going to see how many there are in one spot, because there should be one, but it looks like there's more. There are 26. 26 armor stands in one spot. Area effect clouds even. Why? Firstly, they should die when their duration reaches 0. Secondly, why 27? The most I expected was 4, unless they're duplicating, unless they're like propagating all the same, in which case my kill thing isn't working. This may be a null problem if it only happens on the edges of chunks. There's only 6 in another spot. Just going to get rid of some of these entities. So they don't interfere with us. Do you know what? I'm wasting my time here. I can just go into chunk view. I don't know why. I swear I did this before. Go into chunk view and just delete everything around this point. Prune. Save these chunks and remove the rest. Yes. Moonman asks why I don't play music while I stream. Because people have different music tastes and copyright. So those two things combined. I mean, you're welcome to put a little bit of music on while listening to this. It isn't the most riveting thing ever. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to push the button, and then I'm going to briefly log out and see whether the area effect clouds collecting in the corners are 1 to 4, or whether they're higher. Click, and log out, and quickly check. Right, so I'm just going to go to one of the corner spots. I would expect there to be 2 or 1. There is 1. That's very promising. Just check another corner, I think. Only 1. Okay, I think they're kind of duplicating when they reach the edges of the loaded space. In which case, hopefully our new kill command will fix that. Yeah, hopefully it will. So I'm going to log back in, let it finish spreading, and then we're going to see whether they're still sort of hiding out on the edges of the loaded chunks. Our entity count is 7. So that's me is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there's 4 total. 4 to 5. So I think all of the area effect clouds are out of the player's render distance. Say at E. We've still got some. They're still hanging around. This is very annoying. Polyboy, I haven't been updating all of the modules by myself. A couple of other people have been doing some. Mostly it's been me. I'm being very picky about making sure that they fit the standard when I update them. Siberian Hat, I'm a little worried about using your back command thing in this, just in case it somehow interferes because it's keeping chunks loaded, or something like that. Maybe. I mean, it's probably fine. It sounds like a cool idea. I just don't want to discover that it's somehow accidentally been causing a problem. Okay. So, Going back into MC Edit, so you guys can't see this. I don't feel like setting my computer up to share the whole screen right now, though. Just going to go to the edge of all of this and see whether there is... Right, there are... The east side doesn't have any residual ones, and the south side doesn't. I bet the other two do. Yeah, the west side has got some chilling out. There is one in each spot, which isn't as bad as we had it before. Just checking a couple of them. Oh, there's one, and then a little further forward there's two. And the north side has a similar story. So they're still hanging around. They're not being killed, even though these are sitting inside barriers and therefore should kill themselves. This is what you get when you get sort of half-loaded entities. It's very annoying. Going back to Minecraft. I mean, they're not loaded by the player. My entity count is 4, which is just these things around here. So I don't know whether they'd be causing much of a impact. As soon as a player gets close, they will continue to spread, I guess? Which sides did I say had the things? Did I say north? Let's go north and see what we find. We may find that it continues to spread. Gamemode 3. So we can catch up with it. Now I don't know whether I've just caught up with the train or not. I'm getting hopelessly lost. This featureless plane. Oh, it's spreading this way, and I think I'm... Oh, there's our stuff. So it is continuing to spread when we reach that side. In itself, that's not an issue. Hello, KXS Craft FTW. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm a little worried that they're just sitting there. But I don't know if we can actually kill them. I guess what we'd have to do is we'd have to get them to check. Actually, that's a good point. I think I know what's happening. Let's go down here a sec. Oh, I'm Gamemode 1. So what's happening is if these are our loaded chunks, this is our barriers, we reach the bedrock on the edge here, and in this direction, in two of the directions, the area effect clouds are just killing themselves, so they're just getting to the end, and then on two of the sides we get one in the corner here, 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 here. Damn it, stop stacking, guys. Like this. And when these ones over here look over here, they can't see any bedrock, because the chunks are technically doing this in terms of loading. So these ones delete, but these ones here find bedrock that's loaded in this direction. And then for some reason they don't die. I guess they're not fully loaded, because then we get a second set spawning right on the edge here, like so. If you can kind of see what I'm doing here, this is the shape that we get on the edges. So there's no entities on this side, and then there's a set of 2 on that side. Yeah. I guess it's okay to leave them there, probably? It's not breaking anything. I'm just worried about the fact that you've got... probably have none now, actually. Yeah, see, now we've explored a bit and come back, they're not even loaded anymore. So it'll only be sort of early on, or when you're freshly exploring, that it's going to be an issue. And that might even have been an issue with the 1.8 version, and I've just forgotten about it. So for now, I'm going to table it as just being okay to leave. Moonman says this module seems pretty annoying to update because of all the terrain testing. Yes, this is custom terrain. Right, when I first had the idea for Gamemode 4, it was during the snapshots for 1.8 when all of this stuff became possible because of the execute command. And custom terrain was on my list from that point, like at the very beginning. And it has always been the thing that I've been working towards. It's my magnum opus. It's the project. I'm amazed it even worked, to be honest. And what you can do with it. I'm very, very, very pleased with it. As you probably know, it took about a year to design. So it is the biggest module in Gamemode 4. And it's not perfect. Definitely not perfect, but it's pretty good. But lots of testing. I mean, it's not going to take a year to update because I know how a lot of it works and we can reuse parts of it, but it's still going to take a while. So, we've dealt with all of this. I'm going to move it away so we don't keep looking at it. But we'll keep a copy of it in case we need to refer back to it. I love clone and tab complete for the block that you're looking at. So you're going to go over here. Thank you. That is just a fill. We don't need to keep a copy of that. This is what we were just dealing with over here. This is a load of random entities, like dummy players with certain scores, and I'm not sure what they're for. So that's these two lines here, and then we've got this. I might move these as well so we can get at the rest. Okay. Bye, Duck. I think Duck is heading off. Oh yeah, he is. Bye, Duck. Thanks for watching. Okay, so this next set is something else, and I'm hoping this is something that's supposed to pulse. Score below set 51, 51. This is more objective ads. Okay. Yeah, this is a load of extra. Wow. I remember this. This is an objective with a / in it. And I remember being amazed that objectives worked with a / in them. Bye, Larite. Thanks for watching. And also being slightly scared to have something with a / in it. Yeah, all of these are just like, what are they for? I'm just going to quickly go look at the custom terrain page on the wiki to see if I actually put. I don't think I put any information on there about what the scoreboard variables were. So I guess we'll just have to leave that. Okay. So we've got a load of these objectives, and it's going to be probably simplest to pull these into a text file and replace them with sensible names when we work out what they do. Our spreading is working. That's good. That was like a month of work by itself. The original chunk spreading system. And yeah, Swinksy says the all-knowing wiki knows more about Sparks' modules than Sparks himself. That is true. Here's another module which is required by custom terrain and therefore has nothing to do with this base module and shouldn't be here. I need to move those over to custom terrain. This is a game rule, which I guess is for installation. Installation, set block, Scored objective add. Then all of this is for, actually all of this up to about here I think, is for working out the coordinates of the player, which I haven't actually tested if that works in 1.9, so we'll have to see. It also currently uses a pig. If we move this over one, we can see down here, doing a reset, this is the stuff which pulses when a player needs their score set. Scoreboard player set at a score t-pos when equals 1. So the closest player with a I need my coordinates score has their selected score set to 1, because it processes them one at a time. So what it'll do is it'll set their score, and then afterwards it'll set their t-pos to 0, and then with the next tick it will set the next closest player with a t-pos score of 1 to selected 1. So kind of that way it can handle multiple entities all requesting things. Right, here's our pig. Summon pig. Custom name S. Health 1S, active effects, yeah. And the weird thing that this does, because it's using a pig, is that occasionally pork chops float to the surface or into the caves, because the pig dies and the pork chop sometimes kind of floats up through the blocks. And it was a pig in the original system, and I never changed it. Yeah. And then this is all part of the big system. Just going to take a while to wrap my head around. I think I need to get a text editor open for that. Yeah, this is all working out our position. I think we should be able to change this pig to an area effect cloud without breaking anything, because we're only referring to it by name. And again, this name is not part of the standard. But when you're referencing it several hundred times, it's very tempting to leave it as short as possible. It's this balance between trying to... the reason that I have the standard GM4 underscore for my scoreboards is that so that this system can be used with anyone else's command block systems, and none of the scoreboards or entities will interfere, because I won't accidentally happen to name something the same as someone else. And when we do things like this, where we have scoreboards called T and entities called S, there is the chance that somebody else's system, who doesn't use a prefix system, could interfere with it. I can use mcedit to actually get all of the commands out of these command blocks. Maybe I will stop the stream, set it back up so it records my whole screen, and we can go into Notepad and play around with these a little bit. That might be the next step here. And then we're actually almost done converting this base section, which is kind of weird. I was expecting it to take longer somehow. It feels like such a big system. You know what's really annoying me, what's bugging me here, is that in the original system, we were summoning these 4 different armor stands, potentially in one spot, northwest, south, and east. And... oh, Swinksy, I think you're right. I might be able to change it to my monitor. I think the problem is the resolution is currently 720p and my monitor's 1080. I guess I can share a small snippet of my screen or something. Let me think. Yeah, so we've got these 4 armor stands which are summoning in one spot potentially, north, south, east, and west. And I swear, somewhere, there is code which kills them. And I haven't found them anywhere. They're not here. We deleted all of these as we went through them. And they're not in here. So I don't know where that is. Maybe I got rid of it and forgot, and 1.8 custom terrain is way laggier than it needs to be. Very strange. Redstone Slime says, did you make the structure slash fill commands by hand or making the structures? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. For the towers and dungeons and things, did it all by hand. Because while you could potentially use some sort of generator for it, the generator would have to work out what the most efficient, like the least number of fills to make a structure would be. So I kind of, Twinkles designed the towers. I kind of explained the rules for how the towers were going to be compacted into command blocks, and we tried to work on towers which were visually pretty but could actually be compacted into as few fills as possible. So Twinkles designed the towers. If you're thinking that I'm a good builder, I'm really not. I did do the dungeon though. I want to add more dungeons and more towers and more structure types and some special biomes. There's loads of things that I just haven't had time to add to this system, which this seems like as good of an opportunity as any, really. Right, let's just try on the fly creating a new source then. How long has this stream been going? 1 hour 11. You know what? I'm going to stop the stream briefly, since I'm uploading this to YouTube and an hour is quite a bit to watch anyway. Set it up to my monitor, and then I'll be back in a second. Hi, Spider! Before I do, Polyboy says, are you going to use the new 1.9 loot tables? No. The problem with loot tables is that they cannot be added or edited by command blocks. They have to be placed by hand into the world folder, and you actually have to make a special folder for them. So unfortunately, they're not right for Gamemode 4 right now. I did a poll, and I've talked to a lot of people, and they agree with me. They're not really quite easy enough and integrated into one thing for Gamemode 4. I'd love to use them. If command blocks could edit them, I'd be all over them. They're fantastic. Sadly, we can't do it. So, no. The only thing I'm going to be using loot tables for is if I don't want an entity to drop anything, ever, I will assign it a blank, a non-existent loot table. And that way, when it's killed, it won't drop anything. And that'll be a really easy way of just telling it that it shouldn't drop things. So, a lack of loot tables is the only kind of loot table that I will use. Okay, right. So, let's restart the stream in just a second then. I'm just changing my view to 1080p.